This is part 3 of Coney Island Tadpole, and we have legs, and we've also identified his species. Tad has grown the back legs, and with a lot of research we found out that he's actually an American bullfrog, not an American toad. And we found that out from finding a site of a consultant, used to be a consultant, worked with the Bronx Zoo. His name is Frank Indiviglio, which you can reach him at Facebook at frankindiviglio.9. And he's been helping me. He identified Tad for us and told me that Tad is about a year old, and it usually takes about 2 years in the northern region for them to get from egg to frog, and suggested that it's not going to be an easy go. We might want to release him at the end of the summer when he gets his front legs, before the winter sets in. Even if he doesn't get his front legs, we should release him because he would need a terrestrial and aquatic environment, and that's not easy to do. You'd have to kind of divide an aquarium to make a vivarium, and I'm not sure we're going to do that. Frank suggested White's tree frogs as the better alternate, because evidently amphibians, all amphibians, will have the chance of salmonella, which, if you're okay if you wash your hands before and after, and just keep a really clean environment. I'm going to go ahead and feed Tad now. What I found out is that Tad likes American bullfrogs, are actually omnivores, so they do eat. It's kind of, there we go, maybe he'll nibble while. They do eat a combination of plankton and animal, and so he said fish flakes along with kale would be a good source for Tad. Oh, he's nibbling. Yeah, he's starting to nibble. So I started with the fish flakes, and just got the tropical fish flakes, and I give that to him in the evening, and I give him the I'm still using the romaine lettuce, but kale is a better option evidently. So it's going to be interesting. We do want to see the metamorphosis of his front legs coming in, that we probably will release him at the end of the summer. And going forward, evidently the White's tree frogs are a better option because they're bred in captivity. And bullfrogs and American toads, as I thought he was, are actually wild, and people could, because of the stress of coming from the wild, could develop parasites, is what Frank wrote to me, which could be, harmful for the frog, and not a great idea. But people do have, many I saw on YouTube, have toads and frogs. But the good thing about the Whites are they're bred in captivity and don't have the parasite problem. So I think that we'll probably go that route. But I was about to give Tad a new environment, and I finally got the filter in. It was suggested by Frank that he could use a filter. So I got a little pump and filter coming, and the bigger environment, so that I don't have to change the water, which I've been doing every other day as frequently. But want to keep at least, when you do the water change, 3/4 to a half, to keep the good bacteria. So I've learned that. Water is really important. You can't use tap water unless you've left it out for 24 hours, or you can use these drops that you can get, the drops that take the chlorine out of the water. So that's an option. What I did find out is that you need the tadpoles need calcium. So initially, when I thought he was possibly it was just vegetarian, I had got these algae discs, and turns out Frank said you don't need the algae disc, and they just cloud the water actually, and The fish flakes are better, and I had even got the Tadpole food, which I was giving Tad, and the frog and tadpole food are for omnivores too, but they can clog the water, so I stopped using those. So just fish flakes and kale, boiled and chopped up, is what his main diet will be until we release him. And for calcium, though, if he was an herbivore, the sepia bones, you can float him in the water. I got that and thinking that, I didn't know if he needed the calcium with his legs coming in. But Frank said if you do the fish flakes, that should be enough calcium. You can float this, and I probably will in the bigger tank. But the thing is, if he doesn't nibble on it, then it's probably not worth keeping it in there. So anyway, just fed him and...
Sorry for interrupting.
Hey, I just fed him without you. Do you want to put the rest of it in?
Yes, Mom.
Okay.
Just put a tiny bit.
He was nibbling, so hopefully that'll...
There, is that good?
Yeah, that's a new batch. I just boiled up some more lettuce, so... okay, so that's it for now. And when I get the new environment, which I have to...
Hoping to do it today.
Yeah. Brendan, his legs came in. His back legs came in.
Where?
Yeah, you could see it when I did his water change in the bowl better, but yeah, it's cool. Okay, well, we'll do another, the new environment, another video. So,
He has such small, tiny little legs.
yeah, they're so cute. I wish I could get a better picture here. My camera's, I just got to upgrade. No, it's just blurry. Well, take our word for it. Hopefully when I change again before you'll see the legs. Okay. So we're out, and we'll do one more video before we release them probably. Take care. Bye.